I am very, very excited to introduce to you the headline presentation on the transport industry. Please put your hands together for Peter, Scott, and online Carol very soon. Put your hands together, go, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, thanks very much. Look, firstly, this was going to be a panel session. We had the RTA, NT, Road Transport Association, Louise, but she's an late apology, so we have squeezed it up. But thanks very much for Scott from C-Swift. This came out of the last year's meeting, one of the missing parts of the jigsaw, and it certainly came out of discussions we had in the last 2 days, is the critical transport logistics in regards to recycling and waste in general. So I do acknowledge and thank Scott for his time, but it just depends on how we do go for time, because I don't want to cut Scott short, but I will come in with my, well, a Gantt hat on, if you like, about the road transport if time permits. But certainly the road network that we're talking about with local government is quite a significant network. We've got about 16,000 k's of road, the NT, and majority of that is unformed gravel roads or formed gravel roads, where up in the top end's a logistic nightmare. So this is just some of the photos. Now this is on a sealed road. This is the Buntine Highway. So I'm trying to paint a bit of a picture where we've talked about community service obligations, how we partnership, and it's been done well, and certainly Scott's part of that logistic partnership, if you like, or community service obligation. But at some stage, this is not sustainable for our transport industry, and as a sector, we've got to mature, and I think there's a responsibility for government to assist in the logistics, whether through stewardship programs or through the levy that we had some discussions about yesterday. But there's got to be an understanding in the remote areas of Northern Australia, it's just a Northern Territory issue, that there's got to be Commonwealth and Territory government assistance in regards to the transport, in regards to the circular economy and waste in general. But look, local government is trying, and it's a very minimal way to try and get accessibility in regards to both industry. This is through the cattle industry. I'm just throwing some, this is the road out at October Creek on the Carpentaria Highway to Burralula, and this is just a typical annual events. Once again, this is the Robinson River Road. These roads aren't designed for this type of logistics and mass vehicles, but it's not only the road managers, and that's a difficulty we've got as road managers. We're trying to manage community expectations, the social fabric of our communities, where transport is absolutely critical to get goods in and out, but our roads are just not up to acceptable standard, and therefore the asset and the life of the asset is diminished because of that. Not trying to make up excuses, that's just a reality. And it's not just a reality in the Northern Territory, but right across the Northern Australia. And I'm deemed to say from a local road network nationally, with the heavy vehicle regulations and legislation, even the urban eastern states are struggling in regards to assets. But as I said, with the limited funds we do get, there is definitely an effort in regards to improving access for our communities, and therefore the transport industry as well. Scott will give definitely I left this at the last. We're not on our own. That was the key thing. We keep bashing ourselves up a bit here in the NT, but we really are batting above our weight, or fighting against above our weight level. But this is a natural bridge on a highway near Albany in Western Australia. And this bridge has got massive tonnage going every single day. It's one of the key routes. This is just one treatment for this one bridge. There's another treatment. They've got about 15 different type of treatments under this one bridge. And in their strategic plan, it's 10 years before they're going to fix it. So as I said, we're doing our best we can with the limited resources we've got, and it's been mentioned before, we've got no rate base, the access to own source revenue is limited, but from a land transport, I'm just probably take the local government hat on and just basically say, from a transport industry perspective, we've got to start working with them in partnerships, but also working through the advocacy and lobbying of government agencies in regards to their responsibilities in the logistic issues that we've got in these remote areas, to make it financially viable, not only for the industries doing the recycling, repurposing, but also for the transport logistics and getting product to the central markets. So I'll just leave that. Do apologise that Louise couldn't make it, because certainly there's a great interest from the trucking industry nationally, especially around the tyres stewardship, from two purposes. One is product onto a bitumen road, but second, they've got tyres all around their triples and things like that. So they're keen, from an industry perspective, that the tyre stewardship acknowledges the issues they've got in regards to the waste they're generating through their operations. So if we could switch over to Scott, otherwise you'll have me here till 5:30 tonight, eating into your beer time.